A 65-year-old German school teacher is already a busy mother, has 13 children, and she's reportedly pregnant with quadruplets, Lewis. This is Annegret Raunigk, whose oldest child is 44. She told the German newspaper Bild a few days ago that she's in her 21st week of pregnancy with quadruplets. She is a Berlin native. She says that the pregnancy is the result of artificial insemination using both donated sperm and donated eggs. The pregnancy is being documented for a German TV show. She says that the doctor suggested, you were trying to have one kid, you have quadruplets now. We might want to do like a selective early abortion to reduce the number of kids that you're going to birth after all you're 65. And she said she didn't want to do that. And she is already kind of well known for having children. Back in when she was 55 years old, she gave birth to her 13th child. And apparently that daughter, Layla, wanted a little sibling. And that's what led the woman to again try to have children. She's already a grandmother to 7. And as I mentioned, a mother to 13, and potentially will be a mother to 17 different kids.
It's disturbing. I hear a story like this when someone has this many children. It just irks me. I don't know what it is. I mean, is it? I feel like there could be mental illness at play here.
Why do you say that though? Why not just say, "Hey, I want to procreate"?
Well, I think that it's somewhat normal to want to procreate, but this is just such an extreme example. This is not normal. I just don't get it. Tell me what I'm missing here.
Well, maybe you're not missing anything. Maybe it's just, hey, it's a woman who wants 17 kids, and at 65, although it's a higher risk pregnancy, if she's able to do it, she's doing it.
But think about this. At 65 years old, how long is she going to be around for those children?
So I told a couple people about this, and they said the same thing. Isn't this a little bit not great for the kids, because how long will they have their parents versus a parent who has a child at 30, 35, 40, 45, or even 50 because she's 65. So you think that that's sort of a consideration?
And yes, and the more children you have, I mean, how much attention and love can you give to each individual child simultaneously? I think that this seems to me like a very selfish act.
Is there anything appealing to you, Lewis, about having, a ton of kids and grandkids running around as you get older? I'm not saying 17 children, but just, a whole bunch.
A whole bunch? No, that sounds terrible. I think maybe a couple would be somewhat doable.
Really? So, Lewis, I think you're slightly changing your tune on this compared to the days of, listen, I don't want kids. If I accidentally had a kid, I'd probably love the kid.
No, I'm not seeking it out, and I'm not going to. But if it happened, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But do I want 10, 12 children and grandchildren running around my place? No, that's a nightmare.
But let me ask it in a different way. If today, at age 30, you think of your life at age 50, does that picture include 1 or 2 children that are somewhere in the world?
No.
Really?
No, it doesn't. Now, when I envision that, no, it does not.
Wow. What does it include then? I'm wondering. It might be shocking to the audience.
Me enjoying myself and doing whatever I want, whenever I want.
So at this point, you're still feeling like you don't want children?
Yes.
I'm still in the I don't know camp, and it's where I'm at. I'm 31, and I'm in the camp of, it's hard for me to really think about this year or next year or even the year after saying I'm going to now change what my lifestyle is to one that includes children, right? The logistics of that don't seem particularly appealing, and that doesn't seem like my thing necessarily. At the same time, though, when I think about the idea of being 40 or 50 and not having any children, that also doesn't seem appealing to me. So I think that I'm kind of in the mindset where the idea of it seems like something that I would be interested in, but I don't really see myself being like, okay, next year I'm looking to have a kid.
Well, I think there are some nice alternatives. Like, for example, when you are 50, you could adopt like a 15-year-old and, skip all the difficult stuff then you've got your kid.
Is that something you would think about doing?
Probably not, but
Okay.
it's an option that's out there.
All right. So the continued. Oh, and where are you on marriage? We should just check in about that.
Marriage is fine.
Marriage is fine. Okay, very good. All right, so that's the latest update from Lewis, and I guess from me as well. Very, very interesting. We will, hopefully everything goes well with this woman's pregnancy, regardless of whatever we may think about her mental state and the potential selfishness of what she's doing. Obviously, we hope for the health of the mom and the children. Let's take a break. What a program we have for you today.